Hi there, and welcome to the Sunny Days podcast. I'm your host, Jolly, and today we've got a couple of uplifting stories, a happy birthday, some did you know, and more. So grab a cup of sunshine and let's get started. First up today, our story comes from East Bay Township, Michigan, where a man was rescued from the lake in a nearby Travis City, according to state police, due to the quick actions of one officer, Cameron Bennett, along with the help of Ruby, the 63-year-old victim's puppy dog. They were able to perform a successful ice rescue. The man was in the water for approximately 16 minutes. Well, bystanders had called 911 after seeing the man fall through the ice. Body camera footage showed Officer Bennett getting near the lake and taking out a rescue disc from his vehicle. State police said Officer Bennett could not reach the man in the water because of the icy conditions. However, video shows Officer Bennett, who was a distance from the man in the lake, shouting, "I'm going to try and send this out to you, okay?" A short time later, Officer Bennett asked the man, "Can you send your pup here? Will she come to me?" "Yes," the man had responded, telling him the puppy's name. Officer Bennett then called the fur baby, "Ruby, come here, Ruby, come here." The dog then ran to Officer Bennett, who attached the orange rescue disc to Ruby's collar, which is tied to a yellow rope. Bennett then asked the man to call Ruby back. The man did, and according to the video, Officer Bennett tells the man to grab a hold of the disc, hold on tight. When the man has the disc, the officer tells him, "I need you to kick your feet, bring your feet up to the surface, and keep kicking your feet." The officer is heard breathing very heavily on the video. Bennett continues to direct the man. "Keep pulling on that disc. Pull on the disc. Kick your feet. Keep kicking your feet." The video then shows the man, who is now out of the lake, reaching the officer and a second person. The rescued man was pulled to them while on his stomach, according to the video. The footage ends with Bennett calling on the heroic canine, "Ruby, Ruby, come," while the dog is out of the camera's view. What a beautiful story. The connection we have with our fur babies, and a sunny hero shout out to Officer Bennett. And now, a story from Jolly Chuck called Barkington. Once upon a time, in the village of Barkington, there existed a close-knit community of dogs. The dogs lived harmoniously, each with its own unique skill and contribution to the well-being of the village. However, Barkington faced a dilemma. They needed a new mayor to lead them into a bright future. In a distant land, there lived a remarkable cat named Whisker. Whisker was known far and wide for his extraordinary skills in diplomacy, problem solving, and of course his charming charisma. One day, word reached Barkington about the incredible cat with talents that seemed almost too good to be true. However, hopeful and intrigued, the dog community decided to send a delegation to invite Whisker to become their mayor. The journey was a long one, but eventually the delegation reached Whisker's home. The cat listened intently to their proposal, and impressed by the sincerity and warmth of the dog emissaries, decided to accept the challenge. Whisker arrived in Barkington to a mix of curiosity and skepticism. Dogs weren't so sure how a cat could understand their needs and lead them effectively. Nevertheless, they decided to give Whisker a chance. As the days passed, Whisker worked tirelessly to understand the concerns of the dog community. He held meetings where everyone had a voice, and his problem-solving skills amazed the dogs. Slowly but surely, Whisker won the approval of the mayorship. What truly endeared Whisker to the dogs, however, were his playful antics and unconditional love. Despite being a cat in a dog-dominated village, Whisker managed to bridge the gap with humor and kindness. He would organize community events, play with the puppies, and even practice in doggy sports. The dogs soon realized that Whiskers wasn't just a talented leader, he was a friend. The once skeptical community started to appreciate the diversity Whiskers brought to Barkington. They learned that leadership wasn't about the species, but about the ability to understand, to care, and to unite. Whisker's love for the dog community was reciprocated tenfold. The village thrived upon his leadership, and Barkington became a shining example of unity and acceptance. In the end, the cat from far away not only won the mayor's approval, but also captured the hearts of the entire dog community. Whisker's tale became a legend passed down through generations, reminding everybody that sometimes the most unexpected leaders can bring about the greatest transformations through love, understanding, and a touch of playful antics. And so, in Barkington, cats and dogs lived paw in paw, embracing their differences and celebrating the strength that comes from their diverse communities. And now we'd like to wish a happy belated Sunny Days birthday to Mr. Gomez. Mr. Gomez is from Hayward, California, and he reached a huge milestone this last year, turning 100 years old. Manuel Gomez says he plans to celebrate many more birthdays. His favorite word to say? Incredible. And according to family members, that is also the word that describes him. Mr. Gomez was born April 28th, 1923, and he says, I don't feel any different than I did when I was 21. No, that's far back, but I feel pretty good. He was born and raised in Las Vegas, New Mexico, with a sister and two brothers. And he's been a resident of the Bay Area for more than 80 years and has plenty of stories to share, like the time Count Basie came to Oklahoma. I asked for his autograph, and he said, later, boy, later. Gomez recalled, I never got it. Though much has changed in his life since Gomez was born, his family says their uncle, a lifelong bachelor, is still the man they know and love. He's been like the family's favorite uncle, beloved by my family members and people all around the country, nephew John Gomez says. We've all been very excited for the last couple of years for just the fact that he's getting so close to being 100. And we're here. We're going to celebrate. So what's been the secret to his long and full life? Well, Manuel says he eats whatever he wants, especially desserts. Both he and his family suspect it's been his outlook on life, though. Some people may rush through life to get from one thing to the next, John Gomez said. He just takes it at a very even pace. And I think that's really his secret, to just take one day at a time and not really rush through anything. Other than sharing this special day with his siblings, who have since passed, Manuel says none of his many other milestone birthdays have stood out to him over the years until now. This will be a memorable one for me, he said, for the years to come. Once again, happy belated birthday, Mr. Gomez. And now, how about some fun facts about leap year? February 29th. It's a bonus day in 2024, which happens only every 4 years, making the last year 2020. Typically, February only has 28 days. Our shortest month gets a day longer in 2024, and it does every 4 years for leap year. February 24th helps our calendars catch up with the Earth's rotation around the sun. The 366th day puts the 365-day Georgian calendar back into sync with the Earth's orbit, which amounts to 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes, and 46 seconds. That's an interesting thing. And 2024 is a party year for leap babies. For those celebrating their birthdays on February 29th this year, it is considered to be the rarest birthday a person can have. Given that February 29th occurs only once every 1,461 days, the likelihood of being born on leap year is quite low, roughly 1 in about 1,461. Leap babies usually celebrate their birthdays on February the 28th or March the 1st. Yet their identification and important documents all list February 29th as their birthday. Those with that unique day often refer to themselves as leap day babies or leaplings, according to the History Channel. Well, happy birthday coming to you, leap babies. And the father of leap year? Why, that would be Roman Emperor Julius Caesar. He introduced the Julian calendar. It was made up of 365 days, separated into 12 months. Though Julius Caesar is credited for originating leap days, he got the idea from the Egyptians. By the 3rd century BC, Egyptians followed a solar calendar that spanned 365 days, with a leap year every 4 years, reported by the National Geographic. When making the Julian calendar, Caesar took inspiration from the Egyptians and decided to add an extra day to February every 4 years. The Julian calendar officially began on January 1st in 45 BC. When the Julian calendar was changed to the Georgian calendar in 1582, the tradition of adding a leap year to February continued. And now for some entertainment news. In the movie world, a few great movies coming out. One came out February the 14th on Valentine's, Bob Marley, One Love. The life and legacy of Jamaican singer and songwriter Bob Marley is the subject of this new biop, starring Kingsley Ben-Adir as the iconic reggae artist. Oh, that should be fantastic. The Fall Guy is coming out in May. It is this big screen adaptation of the 1980s TV series by the same name. Ryan Gosling will be bringing the action as Colt Seavers, past his prime stuntman, who is reunited with Jodie, played by Emily Blunt, an ex-flame, after he's hired for a job on a movie she's directing. Boy, sounds interesting. And Garfield will be coming out on May 24th. Everyone's favorite, perpetually hungry or hangry orange cat embarks on a wild adventure in this new Garfield movie. After Garfield, who is played by Chris Pratt, reunites with his long-lost father, Vic, played by Samuel Jackson, a slick street cat. He and his hapless dog friend, Odie, get roped into helping Vic with a high-stakes scheme that challenges their comfort suburban existence. Oh, that's going to be great. And now in the music world, well, 2023 may have featured some massive releases from artists such as Taylor Swift, with Taylor's version of Speak Now and 1989, Drake for All the Dogs and its Scary Hours edition. There are many others, but 2024 is shaping up to be a strong year as well. Albums scheduled for this year's release will be Ariana Grande will be releasing Eternal Sunshine, Lenny Kravitz will be releasing Electric Blue Light, Justin Timberlake will be releasing Everything I Know It Was, Beyonce will be releasing Act 2, and Sheryl Crow will be releasing Evolution, just to name a few. So keep those headsets on, keep that music going. And as we come to a close of today's episode, let's remember that the stories we've shared can serve as a reminder of the goodness that surrounds us every day. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So find your beauty, shine, and share it. And remember to spread love, joy, and positivity whenever and wherever you go. See you next week for more stories, entertainment news, and fun facts, and more. Until then, peace and love always. And thank you for tuning in to the Sunny Days podcast at jollyville.com. That's Jollyville, JALEAVILLE.com. Thank you.